One of the complaints I hear from executives is so-and-so is not working. They're allegedly working from home, but I drove by and they were mowing their lawn, or I ran into them at the grocery store, or whatever. I saw a post on Facebook. It sounds like you're counterbalancing that with, I'm still working 10 hours a day, but I run out in the middle of the day to weed my garden while I'm on a phone call. And so it may appear to a stranger that I'm not working, but in fact, I am fully paying attention to the thing I'm engaged in. If I were in the office, I'd be sitting at my desk checking email while I'm on a Zoom call. At home, I'm weeding the garden on a Zoom call.
Yeah, so what leaders often tend to get wrong, and I work with leaders all the time, and this question comes up frequently. What leaders tend to get wrong is misunderstanding the nature of work. They just don't really think about what work looks like. So even leaders, they don't spend all of their time actually working in the office. And that goes especially for people who are not leaders. When you look at the average from observation studies, when you look at the time that people actually spend working when they're in the office, it's 36 to 39% of their time is actually spent doing work for the company. The rest of the time is spent taking breaks, doing social chat, shopping in Amazon, checking social media, reading the news. If they're being forced to return to the office for no reason, then maybe looking for another job. So people don't spend all of their time in the office working, and they don't spend all of their time in the home working. They take breaks, they do chores, they do whatever other activities they need to do. But there's no question that overall people are more productive when they work remotely. So the fact that probably for the industrial modality of working like we used to do in the factory 9 to 5, we simply transitioned from that to working in the office 9 to 5. But working in the office is not the same thing as working in the factory. And we work with our brains much more. Our brains get tired. And that's why it's very beneficial for our brains to take a break and go weed the garden or go to the store or post on Facebook or something like that. And we relax during that time, and then we're able to focus more on our primary work tasks and do more work and be more productive and produce more quality work outside of that period if we work more flexible hours.
So not unlike the history of human beings, that the Industrial Revolution is only a short part of human history. For the rest of our tenure as humans on the planet, we worked, quote, from home in essence. People were craftsmen and tradesmen, and they worked down the street, and they would go work in the blacksmith shop for a while, and then they would rest because it was hard physical labor. My grandparents worked on a farm. They didn't necessarily go out and plow for 8 hours, and certainly they didn't go out and plow for 8 hours a day, 300 days a year. Their tasks ranged. They would do maintenance work in the evening. The work changed in the winter. Tasks varied and energy varied depending on what was required. And it seems that given the opportunity to work hybrid, at least, we are then able to do a similar variation where I can manage my energy, not just my tasks.
Exactly. And if you think of that, the brain is a muscle, just like any other muscle. If you try to do physical exercises for 9 hours a day, so 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., you will get really tired and you'll be much less productive with physical exercises by the end of the day if you're doing them. But if you take breaks to do something else besides the physical exercises, you'll be able to do overall more physical exercises throughout the day, whatever you're doing. So it makes a lot of sense. This brain is the same way. If you take breaks and you pace yourself and do various tasks throughout the day, you'll be able to get overall quite a bit more done and be more productive than if you are just doing the same stuff with your brain Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 or 8 to 5. So just like your grandparents used to do.